Hey guys, welcome back to another review video. I know it's been a couple weeks or months, however long it's been since I've done one of these. But today we will be looking at Elden Ring, formerly known as A Masochist's Dream. I'm gonna preface this video with I have no idea what I'm gonna score it by the end of the video as I'm writing the script, kind of a thing. So we're gonna go on this journey together. Also, all the footage that you see is from a live stream that I did on Friday. I'm trying to do a live stream every Friday. If I can, then I can. If I can't, then I can't, kind of a thing. So stay tuned for those. Now, before we hop into the video, be sure to leave a like if you liked and subscribe for more videos like this. So, my first impressions. I was super excited to get the game when it came out. I bought it on the release date, and unfortunately for me, this game started off with a really bad taste in the mouth, kind of a thing. You see, this was my first From Software game, and I went in thinking it was an RPG, not a Souls-style game. So I went in with this severe misunderstanding of what I was getting into. Also, I unfortunately fell victim to a bug that happened when the game first released, where the tree sentinel at the beginning area of the game spawned right next to the beginning grace. So I would die to him, respawn, walk 2 feet, and he would be there ready, waiting to clap my cheeks. And I promptly deleted the game, thinking it was a waste of money and a terrible waste of time. And it took a lot of convincing and a bit of bribery from my friends to convince me to go back to it. The first thing that truly convinced me is they fixed that bug, and secondly, they explained briefly how the game works. I chose the rogue style class, thinking, oh, I will play like how I play most RPGs, a stealthy bitch, only for them to inform me that stealth was never an option. But that's a brief rundown as to my first impressions to the game. Now we can move on to the main reasons why I even downloaded the game in the first place. So the graphics in this game are downright stunning. That's one of the things I genuinely cannot discredit this game with. They got the visuals down to a T. And you especially see it in the cinematics as well as the boss fights in general, which leads me to the story. Now, I'm going to be entirely honest with you, I don't know the story. I know it is one very, very detailed and a very convoluted story written by the same guy who wrote Game of Thrones, so there's a lot of incest, or rather a god split into two, has a bunch of fuck ugly babies. With that being said, I did Google a brief summary of the story, and so I'm going to give you guys a summary of the story. So, basics of Elden Ring. The lands between were blessed by a god obsessed with order over chaos, who sent down the Elden Ring, a magical object that changed the lands between to whatever it liked. The Elden Ring was housed within the Erd Tree. With the power, the Erd Tree was able to bless the land and its inhabitants with the grace of the Elden Ring, creating a world that only followed it. The lands between was ruled by Queen Marika, who acted as a guardian and a keeper to the Elden Ring. She also purposefully altered it and removed the rune of destined death, making anybody under its grace immortal. Everyone had this, but there were some rejected, marking them as tarnished, who is what you play as. Marika had 2 husbands, Godfrey, who tarnished himself and went into exile, and Radagon, the mysterious red-haired warrior. Both of these men became Elden Lords and gained much divine power through Marika. However, the Elden Ring was later shattered into multiple great runes after an event called the Night of the Black Knives, where assassins killed some of Marika's children. Among the surviving demigods, a terrible war broke out, which happened because somebody attacked the Elden Ring and damaged it. Marika disappeared without warning, and nobody's seen her since. The end result of the war was a stalemate between numerous factions. Many demigods have great runes, but none of them have the power to either replace Marika or become the next consort, aka the next Elden Lord. The fighting caused the Elden Ring's blessings to partially fade in the lands between, and the Tarnished are being called back to the Erdtree to break up the war. Elden Ring sees you play as an intentionally meaningless character in this world full of monsters and demigods, all struggling for control over the lands between. It's kind of your job to explore and grow in strength and fight and ally yourselves with basically whoever you need to in order to collect the great runes. In doing so, you have a chance to repair the Elden Ring and become the next Elden Lord. And that's a summary of the story, which in fact will bring us to the next point of interest, and that being the bosses. Now, once I figured out how to play the game, almost every boss I was able to beat with a max of 4 tries. You see, the only 2 bosses that really gave me any significant trouble were Godric the Grafted.
Mighty dragon, thou art a true-born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well, command thee now. I am the Lord of all that is golden.
And Radagon the Golden Order. For some fucking reason, Godric was straight up racist against me. I'm not proud to say it, but it took me over 52 tries to beat him the first time I played. I just could not kill him. I had to summon a friend to help me fight him, and he even said Godric was doing stuff that he'd never seen him do before. So let me know in the comments if there's like some code to the game where a boss is chosen at random that is just filthily racist against you. And the other boss that really kind of kicked my ass was Radagon. I'ma completely blame that on my build. You see, the dude is 100% immune to the one thing I did. I was a bleed build. I could bleed proc just about everything, including bosses with 3, maybe 4 hits. And the final boss was immune, so it wasn't hard. It's just I had to rethink my strategy and go into the boss fight with a little bit more pizzazz, I guess. Now, the score for this game, I thought of it. I came up with the conclusion score while writing the script. I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. This is one of those games that you just have to experience for yourself. It's also one of those that you either really love it or you really hate it. For me, it deeply depends on the day. But I think that is going to conclude us. Now, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.